Okay, so the 2016 Jury Award for Best Drama, The Dauphin Skin City. That was our last film.
J'ai été fasciné de voir à quel point la peau des dauphins peut être stimulante pour un architecte. Elle est parcourue de micro-perforations qui permettent aux dauphins de fendre l'eau à plus de 60 km/h.
Hello again, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you so much. I wrote a speech in my bathroom. Can I say it? The water was spilling everywhere. When I wrote this film, The Dolphin Skin City, there were a lot of things that were uncertain in the first place. In one of the first drafts of the script, for instance, the man and the woman had sex at their first encounter. But my mother disapproved, so I had to find another way.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
C'est bien ici?
Oui. Entrez.
Finally, I realized that this film was about love of architecture, of course, but also the architecture of love. Frequently, I have noticed that many artists, musicians, painters, writers, or architects, they are very good at making people happy, but they are also very bad at being happy themselves. Maybe it's because they try so hard to invent the future that they forget the present. In this film, I wanted to show a man who is pretty confident in his work, but is pretty unsure about his personal life. So when the woman character comes to his place, she's not only delivering a flower, but she also brings a spiritual spark in his life.
Vous êtes architecte?
Oui.
C'est l'endroit le plus ressemblant sur la Terre.
At one moment in the film, you can see a young Australian girl touching the magic wall. In fact, she's touching the future of our cities. And in the end of the film, when this grown-up architect touches the woman's face, he's probably touching his own future too. Sometimes a simple hand can change the outside world or your inner world. There is 20 pages now. No. One of my favorite American filmmakers, David Lynch. Please, David, enter. No. David Lynch once said that when you show everything to the audience, then you are making television. But when you are brave enough to hide things to the audience, then you are making cinema. I love that. It's the kind of mantra that can be very useful when you struggle with this simple question, how to direct a short film. According to me, films are like eggs. This is a special effect. Better than in Star Wars. And less predictable. Some eggs are free range, others come from cages. In cages, it's much easier to produce eggs, but in the end, the taste is definitely not the same, and it's the same for films. It has been a pleasure for me and my stepdaughter Melissa to attend this festival in Media. The team is wonderful. There are so many excellent films, and it didn't snow. But to be honest, there are so many festivals in the world that before submitting, you have to be very careful when you read the rules and regulation. Is my film too long, too old, or maybe too violent? But in this festival, there was one regulation called Regulation 68 that says that when you travel more than 2,000 miles to attend, you get a 2-minute speech extra credit. And that's why I flew all over from France to be here. This is called Regulation 68. So I can't wait for the Regulation 69. It should be very erotic. Thank you.
Say hello.
Hello to Paris! Yeah!
Je vais aller dormir.